Hi everyone, my name is Lisa, and in today's video I will give you 3 different eyeshadow looks using the Sinopia, I guess you say it as Sinopia eyeshadow palette by Mellow Cosmetics. And I also have a Mellow matte liquid lip paint to test out, and I have the shade Florence, this very pretty nude shade. The eyeshadow palettes actually look really pretty. These are the colors on the back, and this is how the palette looks like. The outside, it's also really sleek. This is the inside. It also has a little mirror in there. And these are the shadows. I will be swatching these eyeshadows for you, and I also will be swatching the lip color before I go in with them. Or the price of this eyeshadow palette is €29.95, so that probably is around $30. And the liquid lip paint is $16.95, so it's probably around $17. I guess maybe it's a bit less. First, I will swatch the eyeshadows for you. I will just swatch the upper row, and then I will swatch the down, or the row below, or the down row. I'm pretty sure that's not the right word for it. So the first color is Champagne. Wow, I love the shade. Look at that. This is just one swatch, one dip with my finger, and there still is leftovers on my pink. The second shade is called Sinopia, the name of the palette. This gorgeous matte brown shade. The third shade is called Cinnamon. They feel very buttery when you swatch them. And the fourth shade is called Brick. The fifth shade is called Nudie. And the last shade of the first row is called Dust. Dust doesn't really go on as well as the other shades, or as buttery as the other shades. Moving on to the second row, the first shade is Blush. The second shade is Beer. I have no idea how you pronounce that. The third shade is Currant. It's a very pretty pinky shade. Then we have the shade Merlot. It's more reddish brick color, or like it's almost burgundy. And then the last two shades are Blue Moon and Pecan. This is just a very nice transition shade. I am very excited about Blue Moon, how that is going to sit on the eyes. Oh yeah, and by the way guys, the brand's Mellow Cosmetics. The eyeshadow is paraben-free, recyclable, no animal testing, and vegan. And the liquid lipstick is, at least on the packaging it says, it is also paraben-free, recyclable, no animal testing. It doesn't say the liquid lipstick is vegan, but it is cruelty-free. And now I will swatch this liquid lipstick. Oh my, this is so satisfying. I never opened this before. It's a very pretty nude color. Oh, that's gorgeous. A color that I could wear every day. First I'm going to prime my lids, and then we're going to continue with the eyeshadow. now that I blend my eyes and put it in my hair clips, I'm going to start with the eyeshadow. And first I'm going into the shade Pecan and just put it on my brow bone. I'm just putting this underneath my eyebrows and a bit in my crease. And now I'm going in with the shade Blush. I think the shade Blush is the eyeshadow form of MAC Velvet Zeddy. Oh, this is pigmented. I only dipped in slightly. Now I'm going to take the shade Sinopia, and I used a smaller crease brush for this. Once I apply, what is this lipstick? How the hell did it get there? What's good is gone. But then I'm just going to take the first crease brush and blend it together. And then I'm just going to dip my, well, first I'm going to try with the brush. I'm going into the shade Champagne. I'm just going to use a flat eyeshadow brush. Hello. I slightly dipped in and it was super pigmented. Then I'm going back into my crease brush and blend everything in slightly like this. I'm just using the excess of the flat brush with Champagne. I'm going to dip it slightly into Pecan. That probably was enough. I'm going to use that as my inner corner highlight. Like this. And I'm just going to grab a small eyeshadow brush to line my under eyes. And I'm going in with the shade Blush that I just used. And in Sinopia, and focus it more on the outer corner of the eye. Just going to brush the Bake Away powder brush. I'm just going to finish up my other eye and I'll be right back. I finished up the other eye and I also put it on some mascara. I am wearing the Essence Lash Princess mascara, sort of. And now that my first eyeshadow look is complete, I'm also going to put on the matte liquid lip paint in the shade Florence or Florence. And this is how the shade looks like. Try it down. I actually quite like it. It's warm, which I usually am not used to wearing a bit warmer colors on my lips. I would recommend wearing a lip liner on my lips because when I smile, you can see the lines in my lips. But I don't mind it that much. So this is the first look, a more natural, everyday glam look. removed my eyeshadow and put it on primer again. Not sure if I want to go with a full-on matte eyeshadow look. I think I'm going for Smokey Eye now. So I'm going into Beacon again, the very light shade of the palette, or the lightest shade. Going all over. And now I'm going into the shade called Brick. Now I'm taking a smaller crease brush, going into Merlot, this shade. I'm taking the crease brush and blend it out. Going back in Merlot, like so, and I'm going back into Brick with the crease brush. Just going to blend everything out. My mascara is fading because I keep getting over it with my brush. Apply a little bit of dust. That is the coolest shade of this palette on the outer corner of my eye. I'm just going to blend that in together. I'm just going to grab some concealer. Just going to try to set a very thin line in my crease, or just a bit above my crease. I wanted this to be way thinner. No! Where's a tiny brush? And I used the shade Champagne more on the inside, and I used the shade Cinnamon more on the outside. It came out quite thicker than I wanted to, but I still quite like the effect it gives my eye. Now I'm just going to line my underline with the shade Merlot. Sorry. So that completes the second eye look. I am going to do a third eye look on the other eye, but I really love how this turned out. And for the third eye look, I want to use the shade Blue Moon. So now I'll be going into the shade Nudie. Just a nice transition shade. So I'm taking a flat brush again, and I'm just going to dip it into Blue Moon. It applies freaking pigmented with a brush. There is a tiny bit of fallout going on, but nothing too bad. And I'm just going to grab a tiny angled brush to really give it a line. This eyeshadow, this freaking blue eyeshadow, this is how it applied on a dry, flat eyeshadow brush, guys. I am so blown away by this color. This is definitely the most pigmented blue eyeshadow I ever tried. Not that I tried many, but wow. This is applied dry. No concealer, not a wet brush. I didn't use setting spray. My under eye just looks a bit I ruined it because I tried to fix it, and then I just put all blue underneath my eye. So I just removed my concealer and put it back on. I absolutely love it, and it goes really well with the lips. The same goes for this eyeshadow look. This is a very universal lip color you can wear every day. You can actually wear it with every eyeshadow look. I am so in love with the blue shadow. You can do so many different looks. You can go natural, you can go smoky, you can play with a tiny bit of a cut crease, or you just can go bright with blue. I'm so impressed by this blue eyeshadow. Just on a eyeshadow brush, on a dry eyeshadow brush, and this is how the freaking blue eyeshadow shade looks. I am obsessed with this. So that are 3 eyeshadow looks I created with this palette. Let me know what your favorite eyeshadow look was. If it was the first one, the more neutral one, the more smoky one, or the fun, bright blue one. I'm really glad that I purchased this because I'm going to use this blue shadow way more often. I also have a link that when you purchase something of Mellow Cosmetics that you get 15% off your purchase. And I will put the code somewhere in the screen, but probably down here. So you can use that code that will give you 15% off. I absolutely think this eyeshadow is worth purchasing. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you like this video, you can give this video a thumbs up. If you guys created a look with this palette, you can send me a picture of it on Instagram. My Instagram is linked down below as well. You can subscribe to my channel. If you don't want to miss any more of my videos, I upload a new video every Tuesday. And I hope to see you next week. Bye!